Hi, Eric Jessen, founder of Autism Fitness and overseer of AutismFitness.com. Let's talk about approximation. An approximation is a couple levels below where we want to be with a movement pattern or an exercise. So an approximation of a scoop throw might look like this, with knees in, with the ball in front, maybe with that lordosis, that low back curvature, when what we want to see from our athletes on the autism spectrum and otherwise are feet wide, that proper hinge, and the ball coming forward. So how do we get from here to here? Well, we have to look at the three areas of ability. That's physical, adaptive, and cognitive. From a physical perspective, the athlete may or may not yet have the skill set to perform that scoop throw properly. From an adaptive perspective, are they motivated? Is it reinforcing for them to perform that activity? And from a cognitive perspective, do they know what we're talking about when we say perform a scoop throw? Let's say for now that we're focusing on the physical skill set. So right here we see our rote, our very basic, our primordial scoop throw. What we want eventually are feet wide, bend knees, and scoop throw forward. But our athlete may not be able to do that just yet. So we're going to start with that approximation here of the scoop throw and verbally reinforce, that's behavior specific praise, verbally reinforce feet out, bend knees, ball forward, so that they begin to form the contingency between the term scoop throw and the proper way to do it. And the more they're able to practice it correctly, the sooner the skill is going to be acquired. So that rote, that basic, leaf just fell on me, that was kind of cool. That basic movement pattern that we see here when they first start out with the scoop throw is not where we want to end up, but it is where we're starting. So rather than just say, well, this is what they can do, so that's what we're going to keep doing, we want to progress the activity. So if our athlete is starting here with this regressed or this very rote, very basic version of the scoop throw, we have to find the proper way to cue them to make it, and also to make it reinforcing so that they are able to acquire the proper physical skill. And that may take some time. So we have to figure out, one, from a physical perspective, what are they able to do? What's the next step? Second, from an adaptive perspective, what is going to be motivating and reinforcing for them to perform this movement? Is it just behavior-specific praise, or do we need to build in some other reinforcer? And third, from a cognitive perspective, how are we teaching this activity? Do we need to use spot markers or something on the floor to give them a visual cue of where to put their feet? Do we need to physically prompt them to bend their knees properly so they learn that hinging motion? All of the progress relies on understanding those three areas of ability. So again, with that scoop throw, when we're discussing approximations, this is the basic. It's not quite there yet. This is where we want to get to. How we bridge that gap is dependent on figuring out the physical, adaptive, and cognitive skills that that athlete currently has. I'm Eric Jessen, founder of Autism Fitness. Check out more on the Autism Fitness YouTube channel and on AutismFitness.com, where you can also sign up for our free newsletter, and there's a free PDF download that will be sent directly to your email, hopefully not your spam. Take care, hope this is helpful, and that's all. I'm going to play.